Hey bird watchers, in this demo we'll use Jira as our localization command center, triggering our workflow from a Jira form, using OpenAI to assess the request and then help route it to one of 3 workflows. Let's check it out. Here is our Jira board. And we've created this form to standardize the issue creation. We'll add in a project name and also some project instructions. These instructions will be part of our OpenAI prompt later for context. So basically this form becomes your prompt window. Let's add in a due date and select a service. Now we think this needs human translation, but let's see what OpenAI says. We'll add in our source and target languages. Let's drag in our source file right here. We click submit and start flying. Our bird has already got the issue information, sent an email to the requester, and then starts pulling key information from custom fields from our Jira instance. OpenAI analyzed the file and the request information, and now we're parsing that info to update fields in our Jira issue. And once that's done, we'll have a checkpoint to wait for a human to review the OpenAI analysis. Here is the email we sent after the request came in. This can be customized however you want with any metadata we can pull from Jira. Now, let's check out that Jira issue. OpenAI changed the service from human translation to partial MTPE. It also set a medium risk score for this project. And it gave us a nice analysis to review as a comment. So, based on this, we can change the service if we want. Which is what I'll do. I'll change it to AI only instead. Now that my review is complete and the human has been added to the loop, we can change the issue status to localization review completed, which triggers our bird, pulls in the selected service types, and routes to that specific workflow for AI-only translation. Here, we download the attachments from the issue, convert language codes to the ones that our MT provider, Laura in this case, can understand. We MT the file, append a language code to the end of the file name, add the new file back to our issue, update the issue status, and send a Slack message to say, hey, we're done. And here is that Slack message. Back in Jira, our translated file has been added. And we can see that right here. We can open it up and scroll through and see that, yeah, it's been translated into our desired language. And the issue has been marked as localization complete. Now, if you want a peek behind the curtain at how I configured this bird, stick around for a few more minutes. We trigger the bird on when an issue is created. We can further filter this if we want to. Here is the email message we sent with a mix of static and dynamic text. Here, we pull the info from custom fields in Jira, meaning this can wrap around your specific setup. We take the file and the project instructions to send to OpenAI for analysis. We have a user and system prompt saying what we want analyzed and how to structure the data as JSON so we can extract it for future workflow steps. Here, we pass the OpenAI response to parse out risk level and update the risk field in Jira. We do the same with workflow suggestion as well. Then we pass the overall summary to Jira as a comment. Next, we have a checkpoint, another event in our bird, that will wait for the issue status to be localization review completed. We then update the status to localization in progress, basically syncing our Jira board in real time as the workflow progresses. Our selected services field will be used to route to a specific workflow using a condition. In our AI-only workflow, we get the issue attachments, use a library and a convert operator to convert the languages from Jira to the codes that Laura can use. We machine translate with Laura and then use utilities to get the file name and append it with the same language code. We add the translated file back to the issue, change the issue to completed, and send our Slack message. Now let's see the other workflows we have configured. For human translation, we have a more traditional workflow, creating a project in a TMS, and that's SmartCat in this case. We have another checkpoint to wait for the project to be completed in SmartCat before downloading the translations and uploading back to Jira. Our last workflow is similar to the human translation workflow, also leveraging libraries for the SmartCat language codes. except we'll take the files out of SmartCat, machine translate them with Lara, review with Taos, and then import them back to SmartCat for additional human review. The rest of the workflow is the same as the human translation one, using a checkpoint to wait for that human sign-off. And there you have it, an example of how a system like Jira can be the catalyst for your localization workflows and AI operations. If you want to learn more, head over to blackbird.io and book a demo call to talk to us about your Jira use case.